about a couple more minutes? We want to hear from each of you two things. First, how you joined Srijan. And second, what was one key thing about Srijan when you joined?
In 2004, Srijan came for our campus recruitment in our college. So, one, I like the subject, about working with poverty. Two, I wanted to experiment with myself to see how it goes about.
I completed my master's in 2012 and I got two opportunities, one in education sector and one in Srijan. So I visited both places and then decided that I like to work with community, with promotion of agriculture kind of work, family sector. That's why I joined Srijan.
The key factor which I liked the most actually was Srijan basically works in eradication of the poverty. That's on a bigger scale. And that too through a value chain system. So that is basically my interested area, my key area through which I also can think of removing poverty of people.
Yes, your group? Three, yeah.
The opportunity that we have found out in the group is the strong grassroots presence that we have currently with 40,000 families, which is seen as an opportunity to work.
Challenge is, as usual, quality human resources. We have a financial constraint, so he or she have to work in a low or reasonably low salary as compared to corporate. So these are the big challenge.
Thinking about the nature of any organization. This is the core where it's hottest, and that goes up to the domain of action where it is actually heating the pot to be until it is boiling or cooking. Visiting what is the essence of Srijan, what are Srijan's core values?
So we define essence as quality services to the poor, which we do through honesty, perseverance, commitment, and hard work.
The first part is what's the vision for scaling up. The second is identifying that model, that prototype that is really working, that you want to take to scale. The third part is very important. Most startups fail because of this, is what are the preconditions for scaling up? What is it that what's the scaffolding that needs to be there before you build that building? And finally, monitoring, learning, and evaluation, which is how do you know that that model that you had identified is actually the one that is scaling. So what other differences would a patient see if they went to the free hospital and the other hospital? If you were a patient, what would be the difference?
There was one private room that was provided to the patient who would pay more, and those who had these free operations, they would have this one big room, huge room with mattresses. Yeah.
Does anybody have the picture of the free hospital?
The vision we were set is the dairy for Dalit.
We will provide scientific method of cultivation for rice, maize and soya for 3 crops only.
Our vision is to provide them the access to basic financial services.
And this is the elements of our vision part, and the possible outcomes is social and economical status of the women.
As an outcome, we want to build a strong platform for voice to voiceless families.
That's good. Both say yes.